So I want to know, step 7, 10 minutes before the appointment. This is important. Did the patient arrive? So again, as usual, we're going to have our Google Calendar open. We're going to have the phone log event, because we're calling him 10 minutes beforehand, and we have our appointment book event open, and we have our backup, our patient profiles open. Okay, let's continue. Let's say we're calling him at 17:51. As you remember, we want to be a little bit after the time of 10 minutes. We're talking to him today on the day of the appointment, which is 1:12. We do a backup, file, emails attachment, Jason V, Jason Dental. This is going to always prevent problems in the future if something gets broken or whatever. We know that we're talking about this, Control A, Control C, this phone log event. Now we go back over here, Control V. Whoops, I went so fast I forgot to highlight the column. Put it in dark blue is fine. Still haven't had an appointment. What are we trying to do? Update the phone log, update the appointment. We're not going to make a phone log event. And we're going to remind the patient of the appointment, and the next event is clinical activity. Just to double check to make sure it's right. Update the phone log, update the appointment book, update the phone log, update the phone log event, remind the patient, clinical activity is the next thing that's going to happen. Okay, let's chug along. We have patient has an appointment already. We know the 10 commandments. Statistics, we're going to skip that. We know that there's no other competition. Patient wants it. We call the patient. Hello, are you there? I know you want treatment. He says, yeah. And keep in mind, you're going to hear a lot of the times, I know I'm supposed to arrive there at 17:50 for my 18 o'clock appointment. I'm running late. I'll be there at 18:30. I'll be there. I forgot. Even 3 hours before, if you remind them, they'll still forget. It happens. So the patient says still wants the appointment, coming from a party, but he says he's going to be on time. He's going to say left the party early. He's on time, and he actually is. Patient's going to arrive late. Nope. Is he in the waiting room? Yes, he is. Let's say he's in the waiting room at 17:50, like a good patient should. So we continue down, and as we're talking to the patient, I said, "Okay, you're in the waiting room. I'm going to update the system. Jason now knows. He'll be out with you momentarily." So I might email you back saying, "Hey, virtual secretary, I might be 5 minutes late." You can call the patient, tell them that I'm going to be 5 minutes late, or text him they'll be 5 minutes late. You're going to be finished with your interaction around 17:55, so you only spoke to them for 4 minutes. And update the phone log, update the appointment book, and you reminded him, and the next event is clinical activity. So the next interaction is just this. The next interaction is that there's going to be a clinical activity event. I'm going to be into the clinical activity. You can put a 0 over here because I'm the one who will update the appointment book. You don't have to worry about me. I'll type in their status, patient in chair. You don't have to remind. Next interaction is, and that's it. So now we're on the home stretch. Update the phone log event, Control C. Here's the phone log event. Go at the very bottom, Control V, Control S to save. Come back down here, Control Shift down arrow, Control C, Alt Tab. Here's the appointment book. We have it actually over here too, but it doesn't make a difference, does it? I'll X that out. We'll have one open. All this down here, and look at that. I know the patient is on time, 9 minutes before the appointment. He's on time. He's in the waiting room. And so once the appointment is coming for party, left the party early. Very nice. So it's good work right there. And now we keep going down. Phone log done. We don't have to make another phone log event. Skip that zone, which is making a new appointment. We finished with touching the computer around 17:57. Let's make a backup. File. Emails attachment. Jason V. Sending. Wonderful. We have a backup. And we have our timesheet. You should get paid for those, for talking to the patient. Control C, Jason V, Control C, Control V, Control C, again over here, Neil's attachment. Okay, excellent. X, X, and we emailed, change this to black. Jason V is already up there, and we're done. That fast. Okay.